What's going on, boxing fans? Julian Williams here with The Distance. Got my last prediction for you guys tonight. This is going to be for the upcoming fight between Akifumi Shimoda versus Rico Ramos. It takes place on the undercard of Paul Williams versus Erislan Lara on July the 9th. Match puts together the champion Akifumi Shimoda versus the challenger Rico Ramos. Pretty much, I've seen a couple fights with Shimoda. And I've seen quite a few fights with Rico Ramos, being that he's gotten a lot of exposure in the United States. Safe to say this is going to be an interesting matchup because the styles involved and what both opponents bring to the table. For what I've seen of Shimoda is quite an awkward fighter by looks of things. He does tend to throw punches from crazy angles. He does tend to come in head first. But in a way, he does have a bit of an entertaining style to him. Rico Ramos, on the other hand, is a skilled boxer, very athletic. Seems to have good a good boxing IQ, very well rounded, and I think personally that I believe he's ready for this step up in fights. I believe he's ready for this step up in fights. So, 122-pound WBA belt. Let's get into the fight. Akifumi Shimoda, as I mentioned, throws punches from crazy angles. He's what he does well is he does throw from crazy angles on the outside. When he's in the pocket, he throws very well to the body. He's a southpaw fighter. He throws a good straight left to the body. He doesn't come forward all too much. A lot of what he does is quite lateral. But he doesn't necessarily fight in the pocket all that much. And when he's standing right in front of you, he's throwing the straight left hand to the body. He throws decent body punches. He throws from crazy angles. So in this fight, what he wants to do is he does want to try to look for the straight left to the body. Straight left hand to the body and have Rico Ramos go back. When Rico Ramos goes back, from time to time, he doesn't necessarily defend himself on the left side. Usually when he's going back, he usually has the right glove up. Pretty much look for the left hand shot. The left hand is could be the bread and butter for Shimoda in this fight. The left hand. And the left hand could possibly lead to his combinations. And also leads to other openings in the fight. The straight left hand to the body could pretty much slow down the movement of Rico Ramos, because Rico Ramos does move quite a bit. He moves quite a bit, and just in this specific fight, what he wants to do is he does want to drive him back using the jab and set up with the left hand. Set up the straight left hand right to the body, right to the midsection where he throws it quite well. Sometimes he throws it, and the thing is, when he throws his left to the body, straight left to the body, he either throws it like right into that midsection or right by the ribs. And I think he pretty much knows where he intends it to go. So basically when you throw body shots in different areas, that's definitely going to slow the fight in front of you down. He wants to slow down Rico Ramos so that Rico Ramos doesn't get an offensive rhythm in the fight and doesn't attack as much, make him a bit wary before coming inside. But if he's able to sustain the body attack from a mid range and pretty much get off first against Rico Ramos, he can very well win this fight. Just basically controlling the pace using his jab, straight left to the body, and make sure it's authoritative, and he can definitely win this fight. But not only with that, but bringing other things to the table. Maybe even look for the uppercut. As I mentioned in a video before, southpaws are at an awkward angle to where they can throw the uppercut with no problem against some fighters. Even against other southpaws, they're at that awkward angle to where they can throw the uppercut, and sometimes the fighter cannot defend themselves from it. Because some fighters who are orthodox opponents are used to fighting other orthodox opponents, because a lot of the world is right-handed, so sometimes they can't defend themselves from the right uppercut. Or from time to time with the southpaw fighters, the hardest fights they have to face are against other southpaws. So also with them, they may not be able to protect themselves as well. So that's another shot to look at. But the straight left to the body is something that I would stress if I was the trainer of Akifumi Shimoda. In this fight for Rico Ramos, I think can very well stand in the pocket and fight with Shimoda in this fight. Play the counter puncher in this fight. What Ramos does well is he does take the jab away well. He blocks the jab. He likes to come over. He can come over the top with the left hand due to the fact that Shimoda comes in head first. Not only does he come in head first, but also his defense is very much suspect. He's been down in his career. He's been down. He has a lot of deficiencies within his style, a lot of flaws that Rico Ramos can probably expose in this fight. So I think that personally that he can, if he knows how to stand in the pocket and trade, that's the route he needs to go. Stand in the pocket, look for counter opportunities within the pocket. Look within the pocket for counter opportunities. The counter right hand, counter overhand right is definitely going to work due to the fact that Shimoda is a southpaw. The straight right hand from the outside is going to work because Shimoda is a southpaw. Some southpaws can handle the straight right, but Shimoda is a fighter that cannot. Comes in head first, look for, and himself, after the straight right, look for the left uppercut. Left uppercut inside. Also, don't do any running in this fight. This isn't even a fight to where Ramos should even run, because there's going to be a lot of openings with him standing in the pocket to where he can very well win this fight just by standing in the pocket, and if he's able to utilize it the right way. He has the wide base to where he can avoid shots and come over shots with his own shots and avoid those shots that come back at him. So he can stand in the pocket and fight Shimoda if he wants to. But he may want to change it up a little bit. Maybe he wants to go in, stand in the pocket a little bit, move outside, throw volume punches from the outside, block Shimoda's jabs, and maybe even look for the straight left hand. Maybe even look for the right hook or the left cross. Maybe look for those shots, because those shots are going to be there for Shimoda. So coming into this fight, who I think is going to win this bout? I'm going to go with Rico Ramos. I think that Rico Ramos is pretty much the more polished fighter out of the two. I think fundamentals, Rico Ramos is much better with the fundamentals than Shimoda. Shimoda is a tough fighter. I'll say that. He is a tough fighter. He does do quite a good job of cutting off the ring. Pretty much using his jab and cutting off the ring and coming forward. He does do a good job of that. But there are deficiencies that are in Shimoda that accommodate Rico Ramos. The fact that he comes in head first. The fact that Ramos is a fighter that knows how to dictate the pace. The fact that Ramos has the quicker reflexes out of the two. I'm going to go with Rico Ramos in this fight, taking the WBA super bantamweight belt. So anyway, guys, and I'm going to be bold, and I'm going to say by a knockout in probably 11 rounds. So anyway, guys, that was the distance. Thanks for watching. Peace.